we will discuss reenactments and embodiment, mostly referring to Mark Pedalti's study on performance. In relation to the question, what is learning, pros and cons will be discussed over whether or not learning is achieved through performance. So here we have the next visual representation of reenactments and embodiments, starting with looking back at communities of practice. So newcomers have to be invited into the community of practice and observe an old-timer, so they start on the outside. Whereas when we refer to embodiment, they are working side by side with the person who's in charge and doing the learning, and they are like actually embodying it and not observing, they are participating. And let's begin with our debate.
So Haley, what's your take on embodiment and reenactment?
Good question. Well, I think that my take on this stems from Mark Pedalti's study. And for my interpretation, the body is super important to feeling connected to others. And this comes from when he says, performance pedagogy takes advantage of the whole body to enhance learning. So one time when I witnessed a swing dancing class, there were full body movements that I'd never seen before, where each dancer had to collaborate with one another. And they had to work together to like try out new movements as a pair, but first they also needed to be connected to their own body. So I would see a certain dancer, when they learned to move, they would kind of go off by themselves and practice it a little bit before they came, and then had to practice it again with a partner.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think I'd have a little bit of a different perspective, because I think of what if there are those who aren't able to visually see the steps or follow the lead of whoever, or the mentor or whatever, if they have a handicap that they can't learn a specific way to perform. So like, how does that work if it's exclusive to those people? I think Pedalti also said that there is no way to really see if performance does bring more learning than just text-based learning. Like maybe there is the same benefits and restrictions to both of them. And I also think about the risk of those who might have shallow or superficial reflections and of the representations for those who don't know a lot about the cultural context that they need to perform with. And also, I think it's very labor intensive to have to plan what the performance is going to look like and then teach that performance and work on that. I see these emotional kind of wear and tears with the performance aspect of learning, when I think text-based learning might be able to reach more learners. So at the tennis club, we witnessed some people that might have seen, or that they saw some of the members maybe not doing a skill correctly, but then how would they know where they are at in that skill of how well they could perform to, or they don't know how capable their body is of doing a certain skill.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think those are all really good points, and I think that a big thing that I think of is that we hope that the goal of performance isn't about what level you get to, it's not about like what medal you can win or like whatever level you get to in dancing, and it's not about that. It's about how far you can go personally, and like that you're personally learning, and about personal growth. And I just think that that's the most important part of it, and that it gets people to want to continue with it, like whatever level they're at, they just want to do it because it's just an activity that they're participating in and learning in. And so again, like Pedalti gave an example that, and it allowed students to, he quoted, gain a more intimate understanding of cultural behavior and diversity. And I believe this answers the question, what is learning, in terms of performance. This is proven through the time students spend with learning about this culture and when creating your performance and trying to do it justice. So students were able to connect with the history in a stronger, more meaningful way compared to just reading the text. Does that make sense?
Yeah.